Hey y'all, welcome to Cooking with Coach Amy. In this video, we're going to talk about things to pack. So we are Trim Healthy Mamas and we have a lot of things, don't we? We have so many things. And you may be going out of town for the holidays, spending time with your mama, with your family, with your husband's family. Maybe you're going out of town on a little vacation. Whatever it is, I'm going to give you a few tips on what I do to kind of compact all of my things, okay? So the first thing I want to talk to you about is your coffee. I am a coffee lover. Love my coffee. Can't go anywhere without it. And I had a great idea after a client shared with me that she uses these little formula containers. They're for like baby formula. And so what I do, especially when it's like a short trip, going somewhere, is I just prep my trimmy ingredients. So I'll do a scoop of collagen in each little spot here. And this is even great, y'all, to take in your purse if you're going out to eat and you know your family and friends might be getting one of those sugary desserts. Well, you could have a trimmy coffee at the restaurant. So that can be your dessert. I like to put a little sweetener. I have a little quarter teaspoon, a quarter cup, Lord. No, don't do that. A quarter teaspoon of super sweet. So I got a scoop of collagen, quarter teaspoon of super sweet. I do about a quarter teaspoon of sunflower lecithin because I need all the help I can get with my brain. You know what I'm saying? All right, and so that's that. I have seen some powdered MCT oil out there, but I always just take this with me. Of course, not to a restaurant, but when we're traveling, I just take this with me. And I'll show you guys how I store all of this in a minute. So anyway, you just put the top on and you're done. And you can just open this little thingamajig and pour it into your coffee and stir, stir, stir. I do travel with my milk frother. It's a little bitty, y'all. It fits in there. So that's a good idea. So we're going to put that in our basket. This is my basket that I put all my stuff in. Okay, so that's that. Some other little things that I like to prep and take in little containers are Pearl's PPP. So I already have these prepped. This is old-fashioned oats, steel cut oats, flax seed, and psyllium husk. In addition to that, I have sweetener and I think a little bit of salts in there too. So all you do is you dump this into a pot wherever you're going and you add 2 cups of water and let it boil. Now, if you want to add fruit or something to it, easy fix is to just bring an apple and cut that up. So you can do that. Typically, if you're staying at somebody else's house, they'll have some cinnamon, right? Or some kind of spice. You can put that on top, or you could go ahead and put your cinnamon in here before you leave home. So that's that idea. I like to make a Reese's or a faux Reese's PPP. And so in this, I already have my cocoa powder and my pressed peanut flour. So that's very helpful. In these little containers, I have all the dry ingredients prepped for 2-minute truffles. And all you have to do is add water to that. So those are great to take on a trip. So some other things as far as protein goes would be a tuna pouch. These are great to add on. Now, I do know that tuna kind of smelly, and you may not be a tuna person, but if you are, don't forget about these. I typically buy Safe Catch, but right now this is all I have left because I haven't been to the store that sells the Safe Catch lately. So we're going to put that in there just for a little extra lean protein. Now, the THM protein cookies are rocking my world. They're coming out with new flavors. Maybe if you're watching this in a few months down the road, they'll have those out. So these are great. 15 grams of protein, y'all, and super clean ingredients. A lot of protein cookies and protein bars out there, they are off plan, y'all. They've got sugar snuck in there. They've got artificial sweeteners, some things that could cause intestinal distress. We don't want that when we're traveling, right? So we have those to fall back on. Also, the THM Brownie Fix bars, they're fuel pull, and then the Baobab Bliss bars. Those are super delicious too. While we're talking about THM ingredients, I always enjoy having my THM butterfly bars. These are the chocolate. They have milk and dark, and the dark does come with nuts if you are wanting that. So super excited about those because, in the holidays, we have a lot of temptations, right, with the sugary desserts and all that stuff. Not if you have this. This right here paired with a delicious cup of collagen coffee rocks my world, and it really helps me stay on track. Another option for chocolate, of course, would be Lily's. Take a bar. You'll have 3 desserts right there done because you want 2 short rows for a serving. The hazelnut's my favorite, but any of them are fine. Okay, while we're talking about little package things, we can also take along a bag or 2 of the Tostitos baked chips. This is great if your family goes out to eat and you're like, you know, I love some chips and salsa, whatever. I would rather you have a crossover at a meal than lose your mind on off-plan chips and salsa. So you could get, have your chips with the salsa they bring to the table at the Mexican place, and then have your you know, taco salad or fajitas with no rice, no beans, no tortilla, okay? And you could also have this with queso. It's a crossover, yes it is, but y'all, that's still on plan. And it, like I said, it is better than going off plan. Skinny Pop, and y'all, I try to keep, this is both corn. I try not to do a lot of corn because I always tell my clients, corn is what the farmers feed the livestock to fatten them up, right? So we don't want to overdo the corn, but when we're in the holidays, we're doing our best, okay? And so having this kind of stuff on hand will save us from going off track. I do like to take my coconut oil. This is refined because I really don't like the coconut taste in a lot of my stuff. So this is just a smaller jar. You could even dip this out and maybe even put it in one of these containers to kind of, you know, make it even a smaller size of something, and it's less heavy. This is a glass jar that I have here. Okay, some other ideas would be, you know, just some fruit to have on hand, like that. If you have little kids, you're probably packing a little bit of stuff like that anyway. Throw a couple extra in for you. Okay, let's get on to these other things. So this is a snack that I really enjoy. It's Pearl's Banana Delight. If you use all of these ingredients, it's a crossover. So something that you could do is mix up a little container of peanut junkie butter. You would have to, you know, get this size container, mix that up ahead of time, and bring it with you. And it would be totally fine. You could put that on your cracker here, add some banana, and the peanut junkie butter has a good bit of protein, so that's really nice. If you wanted to add maybe some other sorts of protein into that, you could, maybe some gelatin, something like that, or even whey protein would be a great idea. I was gonna say, to reduce space, you could find the Justin's. They have the little individual packets of peanut butter that are on plan, and so that's a great way to take that with you. The Progresso Light Soups, I like to have chicken noodle on hand in case I feel under the weather, or this is a great way to have a quick meal. This is fuel pull as is. Sometimes I like to add a quarter to half a cup of this kind of a rice that's already pre-done. You could add a little just gelatin to increase the protein, and you have a great warm meal, you know, if they're eating something that is completely off plan. You could also do your little containers, prep some whey protein powder. You can easily mix that with water with a little shaker bottle, or if they have a blender where you're staying. I also prep in the little containers or Ziploc bags some Ezekiel cereal, and I try to bring a couple of my little yogurts to make a little meal with that. That's an easy way to do. You could do some lunch meat in Ziploc bags, pack that for yourself. And then I also have my bread in Ziploc bags. This is 4 pieces of bread in this small Ziploc bag, and it is frozen. I just put my cold stuff in a bag and ask them if I can just sit it in the refrigerator. I just unzip it and make sure it can do, and it doesn't take up much room. You don't look like you're loading the refrigerator with all of your junk, right? The rest of this stuff, I mean, like just these 3 or 4 things right here are the only things that would need to go in there that I specifically have out. You may have some other things that you like, but hopefully this gave you a good idea. This right here is the Wake Up Trim Down Banana Bars. It's kind of like Bam Cake, but it has oolong tea, and I love to prep those. These are frozen. Love to take them with me when I travel. Really, really great, because it's hard sometimes when you're out and about to have a good E, right? So that has oats and banana, a good E to get you some energy and raise those serotonin levels and keep you happy with the cray-cray, right? Other things we can talk about are little drink mixes so that you have something refreshing there. The last tip that I want to give you is to plan. If you're going to be gone Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, go ahead and lay it out. You're going to know we're going out to eat Friday for supper. Okay, this is kind of the idea I'm going to do. You know, Saturday breakfast, they're going to have eggs and bacon. I can whip that up. Whatever it is, just write it down and make a plan, and only pack what you need. And honestly, there's got to be a store close by if you run out of food. You can just run in and grab something. So those are my tips for packing when you're away for the holidays or on a trip. I hope that you enjoyed these tips. Definitely not an exhaustive list, but I hope I got you started thinking about how you can condense your things that you need and kind of pack up all your THM supplies and stay on plan and have a trimtastic holiday. Bye, y'all.